Hello, my pretties, Nyxarity here, and welcome to another episode of Vidtober. I don't know why I'm talking like that. But anyway, today I wanted to talk to you guys about some of my favorite board card game type things that you guys can do with your friends or your family or random people you found on the street, if that's what you're into. But anyway, fun games! First one I would like to talk to you about is... I made a list. I lied. At least I think I made a list. I'm pretty sure I made a list. I did make a list. Okay. Alright, so Halloween games. Ooh. My current favorite is One Night Ultimate Werewolf to play with my friends. If you guys haven't heard of it, it is what is considered a debate game where everyone's kind of given roles and there's an objective set forth, and then you have a certain amount of time to decide upon your objective, and, you know, winning and losing, and hilarity ensues, especially when you know your friends so well that they have to learn new ways to, like, lie to you because because they know that you know all of their usual techniques. So that one's my current favorite with all of my friends, where basically we have werewolves in a town that we have to figure out who they are and murder them, apparently. And there are plenty of different roles. And, you know, honestly, some of my friends and I, we know each other so well that we have to learn new ways to lie, and some of us are fairly new friends, and so we're kind of like getting to know each other through the game. So if you're at a big party with, well, actually this one's probably not the best of things for a huge party, but I've also found that anything under like 6 people isn't as much fun. So I'd say anywhere from like 6 to maybe 13, maybe 14 people is probably like the ideal group size. There's also another version, which is just Ultimate Werewolf, which is very similar. It's actually, I guess, the first version of the game, where you actually have to have a huge group of people. I think, as far as I can remember, the rules, instructions, whatever, say that anything less than a group of 20 people is difficult. So, actually it might be 10 people. I might be over-exaggerating. Anyway. But that one is where you have like 1 or 2 people that are werewolves, and they turn more people with them every night. And it just keeps going on and on and on until you eventually find and kill all the werewolves. So, we haven't gotten a chance to play that one yet. We haven't quite had the space to be able to play it. But, considering how much we enjoy One Night Ultimate Werewolf, I'm sure we'll enjoy that when we finally get to sit down and play that one. The only reason I consider it a Halloween-themed game is because werewolves. And there's also a vampire expansion pack, but I mean, whatever. The other new game that we've discovered that we really enjoy is Telestrations, which is kind of like charades or Pictionary or whatnot, but we found that it's a lot more fun to not play for like a winner, but just to see what comes out of it, because so many of us are artists, but you're only given a minute to draw things. But it's kind of like Pictionary mixed with the game Telephone. So it's one of those where we have a little, like, whiteboard booklet that we have to, we draw a card and we get a word, and we write that word down and draw it and pass it off, and the next person sees the picture, guesses, and passes it off, and so forth. Back and forth between guessing the word and drawing the word that you're given. And it's really funny because we have the adult version, so there's things like, orgy or something that people have to draw, or like, booze, party animal, things like that. And it's really fun because some of these things were like, how do we draw that? But at the same time, we almost want it to be more funny, so we're like, how do we draw that to make sure that they guess incorrectly? And honestly, some of those actually have turned out ending up closer to the original than when people were just like, yeah, that looks literal. So that's a lot of fun. Highly recommend playing that one. I think there's like a max of like 8 people if you play with just one of the game packs, because there's not enough, you know, pages and booklets and whatnot. But hey, I mean, you can always get more booklets from another game or make your own booklets and have more players. You know, all sorts of fun can ensue with that. You don't have to limit it. But of course, it is more time consuming the more people you add. It's fair. Alright, so the next game is kind of a twofer. There's the innocent play with your family type things, unless you have a family that doesn't care if you're a horrible human being. Or there's the adult version. If you haven't already guessed it, I'm talking about Apples to Apples and Cards Against Humanity. Basically exactly the same game, where you're playing to a judge. And the judge gets to decide whether or not they think that it's the most accurate, the most funny, however they feel like judging. So it's really a game that you have to really know the people that you're playing with. It's also a game that can get old really fast, so I haven't actually played this one with my friends in a couple of years now, just because even with all of the expansion packs, when you get to know people well enough, they know what you find funny or how you play the game or whatever, and you run out of... It runs out of funny if that's what you're playing to all the time, or it runs out of realism if that's what you play it as all the time. So, I guess more what I have to criticize about that is more the people that you play it with, because if the people you're playing with switch it up or get dealt better hands, then it's more fun. But have really enjoyed that one in the past. I'm sure that there's some sort of way you could turn it into like into a Halloween type thing. So have fun with that. And my last point of topic for this video is any game you want to play. Card games mostly, but any game you want to play. If you add gambling with candy into it, instantly Halloween themed, because most of people view Halloween as like candy and costumes. So really, any game you enjoy, whether it be poker or Cards Against Humanity or Go Fish, you throw a little bit of candy into the mix, and there you go. Halloween themed. Also playing spooky music in the background makes anything that you're doing Halloween themed, so have fun with that. Alright, so that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, go ahead and leave it a like. Comment down below on your favorite game to play for Halloween or any other occasion. I'd love to hear it. I'd also love to be introduced to brand new games, because I've gotten to that age where I like board games again. I don't know, it's the simplest in me, I guess. But thanks again so much, guys. Go ahead and subscribe for more great content. More videos for Vidtober coming. One more again tomorrow, and the day after that, all the way up till Halloween. So thanks again so much, guys. This is Nyxarity signing off. See you guys next time. Bye-bye. But there's so much more beyond that you can do, and you don't have to limit it to Halloween. So, I tried to come up with a few ideas that I can tell you guys about, where you can go out and have some fun at night. And all I came up